Hey everyone, happy Friday. So today I want to talk to you guys about a particularly poisonous thought that I heard this week. I was talking to a client. She's in her early 70s. She's been divorced 6 years. Her case is pretty much settled, but she called me because she's thinking about going back into litigation and relitigating things and all that stuff. And so here's her circumstance for her model. Her circumstance is she has an ex-husband, undeniable. She's been divorced for 6 years, kind of like me. There was infidelity, kind of like me. And she's all settled with no support coming her way, and she's not paying support. Kind of like me. Exact same circumstance that I have. But for some reason, one of us feels extremely angry. That's her. And I feel totally calm and fine about it. And I think that's so interesting. How can two people with the exact same circumstances feel completely different? What's the difference? That is proof that it's never the actual circumstance that causes our feeling. It's what we make those circumstances mean. It's how we think about those circumstances, because I have all the same circumstances that this lady has. Her main thought about her circumstances is that her ex stole from her and her kids. That's the thought. That is actually the thought that is creating so much anger and so much victimization, because I have all the same circumstances, but I don't have any anger or victimization because I would never think he stole from me or my son. Maybe my brain went there at some point, but I wouldn't actually allow my brain to go there now. And I want to show you why. Because the unmanaged brain is like a toddler with a knife. It creates so many poisonous thoughts like this, and they take us down this terrible rabbit hole. It creates a feeling of anger, of victimization. So what do you do when you're feeling very angry and victimized? Well, you ruminate about it for 6 years. You feel angry about it. You debate whether or not you should relitigate this. You seek other opinions. You just spin. What you don't do is think about what you do have, what you want your future to look like, what your happily ever after could look like. You're so busy looking backwards in your rear view mirror because it supports those feelings of anger, rather than looking out into the future as to what is possible for you with these circumstances that happen. So in essence, by believing you were robbed, that your ex stole from you, understand that you continue to steal from yourself. You're stealing your life. You're stealing your whole future. You're stealing what's possible for you. It is the most poisonous thought. Listen, I had the exact same circumstance as her. I was divorced, I was settled, there was infidelity, there was no support coming my way or flowing his way. And we have to take some control of our brain here and decide that the rest is up to us. We get to decide the rest. We can keep looking in our rearview mirror, but it's not going to serve us. It's going to keep us mired in anger and victimization. I would rather get curious and start thinking about what's possible for my life. Here's my poker hand. Here's the circumstance that I was dealt, the husband who cheated, the husband who didn't pay support, blah, blah, blah. Now what? I get to decide the rest, and so do you. When you believe that you can actually decide the rest and what your future is going to look like, you start to feel like, wow, excited, curious, and you actually start to take the time to do the work to think about what you want the rest of your life to look like. What does happily ever after look like for you? What is possible for your future? What do you want to see? What do you want to create in your life? So you stop stealing from yourself and you actually start to create your own future.